Mike, what's part of the message to your guys, knowing how the other team essentially has everything on the line tonight, and you guys don't, but how do you manufacture that same desperation?
No, we do. So let's not kid ourselves. Is the most important game in the tournament's the one you're playing. We understand the situation totally. They're big boys. They've been watching TV for 2 days. They know what's going on. They watch the other games. They know how hard it is to win. You know, I think it's pretty straightforward. And so we've been through this a number of times with this group. And in these tournaments, one day you feel like everything's going great, and the next day you're reeling. So just keep on getting better and prepare yourself the best you can and play the best you can. And you keep getting better in these tournaments, you usually find a way to be okay.
Arpin? Mike, first of all, who's backing up tonight, the goalie?
Crawford.
Crawford. Second of all, a player like Ryan O'Reilly against a team that's built like this and a game like this, does he take on more value when there's sort of, I guess, a more physical edge to the game?
Yeah, I didn't really think much about that, to tell you the truth. We just, Rise is an important penalty killer for us. He's a left-hand face-off guy, gives us another option there. In our penalty killers, that gives us 6 ready to go. Rise is a good 5-on-3 penalty kill guy. That's important. We're not going to be in the box for that, but just in case we are. So that's kind of how we look at it. You know, what happens in these tournaments is you go with a lineup. If things go good, that's the way it is. One of the guys that might be out never did anything wrong, or maybe it could have been in the lineup, it's not in the lineup. It's just the way it happens. And it's about the team, and that's what we try to focus on.
Simon, Mike?
Just wondering, when you go back and look at the tape, you've had a couple of days, what didn't you like about the game against the Czech that you want to change tonight?
Yeah, they had, in the first 6 minutes, they had 5 looks at our net. So we were shorthanded too early. I didn't think we were undisciplined, but we took too many penalties for whatever reason. You can't be in the box. You got a whole bunch of guys who want to play. If you take 14 minutes in penalties, right away the game's 46 minutes long. For 5-on-5 play as a forward, that's 11 minutes and 25 seconds you get if you get equal. Not good enough. They all want to play 22 minutes. I can't do it that way if we're sitting in the box.
Mike and Josh?
Yeah, Coach. Kerry hasn't allowed a goal playing for Canada in a meaningful game since, I think it was Latvia. He's had 3 consecutive shutouts. We know about his talent. What is there about his demeanor that makes him so, probably, I'll use the word special, when you consider that a lot of times goalies are a little bit eccentric? He doesn't really seem to be.
No, he's not. The first thing, all that stuff's over with. There's a new game here today. He knows it. We all know it. But he's calm, and he believes he's good. He knows he's good. He just knows he's going to be good here tonight. And, you know, I think most of the great athletes in the big situations, they relish it more than anything because they think they're going to deliver. In their mind and in their heart, they know they're going to deliver. That's what he is.
Josh?
Mike, seems like this core that you've had for the last couple international tournaments is a pretty business-like approach overall. How does that help you in these types of situations where every game is a really big game?
Well, I just think is what we try to do is we try to create an atmosphere that makes everybody on our team important. And we try to create an atmosphere of accountability. You do it right, you do it for the team. And we try to get better each and every day. And these guys are all in. They want to be successful. They're great players. They all got a theory on how the game should be played. And I think that's important as well, as they got to find their game within our game. But there isn't one guy on our team that doesn't know this is about Canada, period. So as long as you keep that in mind, you're fine.
2 more questions, Frank and Canadian.
Over here. Center, sorry. You've faced him a couple times already in international play, but can you gather any nuances from Jonathan Quick's game from a guy like Drew Doughty, who's obviously knows him so well?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, we do everything we can. Obviously, we've done a lot of work in advance on the pre-scouts, and you prepare your best you can. We did it for the last time we played Quick too, but we didn't get any by him. So he's a good goalie too, and he wants to be real good here today. Goaltending is the greatest equalizer in our sport. The bottom line is what I've seen in this 18 tournament, there's a goalie on the other team each night that can flat out beat you if you let him.
Last one, Stephen.
Mike, I know how much you like the lefty-righty D, and going back to Sochi and in the NHL. Has the way Alex Pietrangelo played on the offside changed your opinion at all about being able to move guys to their offside and relying on that?
No.
what have you liked about how he's played, I guess, on
Well,
that
he's a really
side?
good player. He's adjusted big time. It's taken him time for sure. He's not near as good a player as he could be if we had him on the other side. We don't have those options, we feel, at the same level. So, and that's nothing against Muzz. That's just we want Petro in the lineup. We feel he's the guy with the hockey sense, the skill level, the patience, and we gave him the opportunity well in advance to adjust. He knew he was in this spot well before the tournament. We told him, and we've tried to give him that opportunity to be good in that spot.